All right, welcome back to another SWUneff video. We've got another Kit Fisto Green Not a Meme installment. So many of you asked for more Kit Fisto content, so we're happy to deliver that. A little more chatter about the Smiling Jedi himself and a couple more matchups that people are interested in. These are the ones that I got on camera. I've got plenty more plenty more testing that I haven't captured in this webcam format. Last night I actually did play against an Anakin, and it went pretty well on Petranaki. But I figured this content's a little bit more it's just better, honestly. It's just better to watch webcam games. And I like the cards, guys. Let's be real. Petranaki, it's great. But I just like playing with the cards. So, yeah, go on over to the Star Wars Unlimited Discord. There's a Looking for Game tab there that a lot of us like to congregate at. That's kind of the best way to do it. And if you don't have a webcam, you can just make a webcam with your phone. You have your phone and a computer. Just download the Iriun Webcam app. That makes it really easy to do webcam games. And all you got to figure out is just to find... I mean, I don't have a tripod. I'm just using a little, just set my phone on top of something and then let it shoot my mat, and it works out. So, yeah, let's play more webcam, guys. I love webcam. I like playing with the physical cards. That's a big part of the game for me. Anyways, yeah, well, let's hop right into these matches. Okay, so Anakin Blue versus Kit Fisto. So we do start out with the initiative this time, which is very important in the Anakin matchup. If Anakin has initiative, he can pretty much clear, any turn one play. If we had Gunji, that's a great start against Anakin because they pretty much have to have something like Sabine to take care of it, usually. So it's Jedi Consular. That's our first play. They play a Yaddle. I claim. And then we get that General's Blade right onto the Jedi Consular. Yaddle puts 4 damage into it. We generate the Force, get 4 on base, and then he plays Ezra. And we get a free Luke on the board, which we only run 1 Luke. Considering what that number really should be, I mean, we've got a decent space package, so might be worth running more, but the issue is that Luke is not a Jedi, guys. He's not a Jedi yet, I guess. So that remains to be seen how many Lukes should be in the deck. So we've got Ezra. Ezra swings, takes out the Jedi Consular. We play our Ki-Adi-Mundi. Plays his Ki-Adi-Mundi. We just tack more damage onto base, which, Anakin likes that damage on base, but, there's a lot of ways to deal with Anakin. I mean, if Anakin plays it smart, they can dirtle and wait till he exhausts your resources, then flip Anakin and play something like a saber on him, and it can get kind of out of hand. But we go into the next phase. We get trade with, he puts his damage on his base, goes up to 10 damage, trades Ezra into Ki-Adi. Then, so I do have the Force active. So here we go, 3 to base. He takes out my Luke. I replay another Ki-Adi, so I've got crazy cards in my hand. He plays a Chirrut. We flip the Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto's a 2/6. And I do think we just go to base. Yeah, we just put that damage on base. And we generate the Force, and then we're able to play Sorcerous Blast, which takes care of the Ki-Adi-Mundi. Now, that Sorcerous Blast, I've heard a lot of people asking, why don't you play Daring Raid? That 3 damage, it's important. I mean, that is important over the 2 damage, and usually you have enough Force units. You don't have just one person. I mean, you're kind of flooding, or at least 2, I mean, in this case, to generate that Force and get that back. With the conjunction of Kit's ability, you can hit something for 5 with 2 resources. That's pretty good. So I like that. And another reason, which became even more apparent to me last night when I was playing Anakin on Petronaki, was Yoda, because that's another way to use the Force very, cheaply. It doesn't stack. It's not once per phase. Just whenever you use the Force, deal damage to a unit equal to the number of units you have times 2. That's a really good combo with Yoda, especially if you're able to cheat Yoda out early. It's crazy. So we take care of that. We go to the next phase. We don't have the Force, but it's not terrible. I mean, we can turn the Force back on pretty easily here. But he plays a Force throw and he gets rid of my Kit Fisto. So I don't think that's a great play, because Kit Fisto, again, people are never judging Kit Fisto correctly. Like, Kit Fisto's just a 2/6. Like, yes, he's good. Yes, he's getting the Force. Yes, he's got Saboteur. Yes, he can scale. But like, people do see him as a threat. But I mean, I don't need to put all my eggs into that basket. He's hard to judge. Like, it messes up their decision making. Like, I don't think self Force throw was like the move there. I mean, I don't know what he had in his hand, but at the same time, it's like, okay, sure, like, burn 2 cards in your Force throw to take care of my, my little Kit Fisto leader, and now I'm back to my leader side ability, which is actually why I want to play Kit Fisto. So I don't mind that too much. Hu Yang buffs up Kiadi to a 6/6. We see a flip of Anakin, to which we just Force throw our Yoda, take care of Anakin, which is a big part of why we play those big, Syndralig Yodas, is because, you can take care of pretty much any leader. You do need that top end. Then we see a Fel the Dragon on Kit, or on Kiadi. Sorry, I always mix that up. They both have KI names. Get out a Jedi Consular. They claim. I think they play an open fire. That's right. They don't want us to cheat anything out. So we play a U-Wing, which I think we find a Kellerin. That's right. We get the Prestige Kellerin. And we get the Red 5, which is just so good. It's generically good, but it's also really good into Hantu Blue. Plays an Itinerant Warrior. We put some damage onto Chirrut to set up our Red 5 next turn. And we attacked with a Jedi unit. We don't have the resources for it, but so we claim. We go to the next phase. I'm sitting with a lot of damage. Again, that's that Jedi Paladin training Corvette that I don't run anymore. But just kind of a fun card. So, yeah, going into the next phase, we just take out Chirrut with Kellerin. Then the Itinerant Warrior trades with Hu Yang. What do we play? Oh, yeah. Another Ewing, which is just such a good card. It's been one of my favorite cards since set 1. We pull out Obi-Wan, Adigalia, and a Gunji. So that's like really good Ewing. I mean, that's a great Ewing. But we do see the Luke on the Kellerin. That's okay. We did attack with a Jedi unit this phase, so we do use Kit's ability with that 1 floating resource, and we're able to ping the Itinerant Warrior and then clear it with Red 5, which is just such a good combo. Here, our battery starts running low. Our computer does actually die. I was literally just racing to the charger, but we don't lose our game state. So let's see. We get there. Yeah. So he's got the initiative. I've got 4 units. I'm feeling really good about my board state. I'm on that 9 resources. I think I bring out a Syndralig here. So he plays Mace Windu, which is able to take care of the Adigalia. I play a Mace Windu as well, which is going to deal 4 damage to Luke and give Obi-Wan a Sentinel, which, man, I mean, I know I don't need to sell anybody on Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan is so good. He is so good. And that's another thing with, like, Kit Fisto can kind of be changing all the time. Like conditional Sentinel can sometimes be better because it messes up their plan. I mean, conditional stat line, like there is something to be said about the unknown value and power of, this kind of conditional stat line or conditional abilities that, has to force their opponent to play sort of carefully. So it's one of my favorite parts about the deck. So he trades into the Obi-Wan, get that restore 3. We tack some more damage on. He plays an open fire on my red 5. I did attack with a Jedi, so I ping the Mace Windu, and I play an Adigalia. I probably should have. I could have just claimed, because he's probably going to trade his mace into my mace. And it doesn't matter if it has 2 damage on it, but I kind of wanted to squeeze out that Adigalia regardless. So again, just being able to action churn can be valuable as well. Dirtling. So yeah, they trade. No more maces. Just tacking on the damage. Plays a Poe. More damage. Plays a Secretive Sage. And I've got Syndralic. So this is what I mean by the action churning, is like you just want to kind of like hit with your little guys, do a couple things, wait for them to kind of like play their hand, especially if there's nothing on the board. They have to play cards, and they're not going to be able to have a 2-cost removal there. So, we play down Syndralic, that's staring down 8 to base. That's GG. So, yeah, that's what our Anakin game 1 looks like. We did go on to play a best of 3. I lost the next round because the Anakin had initiative, and I just didn't pull what I was needing to. But you can win against Anakin without initiative. It's not even like a bad. It's not even like, oh no, like Anakin has initiative now. It's just anyone who's played against Anakin with initiative knows it's a major strength for Anakin. But you have a great space package. You can really like take off in space, and then a great line that I like is a Starfighter on turn 1, and then you attack, they attack, and then you drop your Obi-Wan, and that's a 3/5. So they're not really trading into that unless they have Sabine. And if they have Sabine, they're not generating the Force, they're not getting the Ki-Adi Mundi. Like there's ways to play around it, but that's usually my line is Starfighter into Obi-Wan or something with 5 health that is a little bit trickier, or like a Starfighter into Ping, and then they've wasted their actions into Gunji, and that's another 5 health unit, and now you've stuck a Force unit that can stick around. So that is the Anakin match we had for today. And yeah, I just wanted to do a brief highlight. Oh yeah, did we actually go into another game? I don't think so, yeah. So I did just want to highlight also Luminous Beings. If you didn't see it in the last video, is just another great card. I don't know why no one's really playing it. It's kind of just like a Unity of Purpose, but like a little bit more easy to trigger in these Force decks. It doesn't scale like Unity of Purpose, but it gives that +4/+4, and sometimes you don't even need the 3 dead Force units. And again, that cycling is relevant when you play that. Usually it is a finisher, but like you can see those cards again if you wanted more of those Force units, because you see, Ewing and Kellerin, and there's just a lot of cycling in the deck. So, all right, so we've got Mother Talzin Green. This is kind of the best of both worlds here. I just want to make a short kind of follow-up video, not get too into the weeds. So we get to see a little bit of the blue-green villainy with things like Timely Vader and all the Talzin shenanigans kind of wrapped up into one game, and how Kit Fisto navigates that. But I also have other games and a lot of experience into the typical Talzin red that you'd see, which, he has a great, not a great matchup into, but definitely not a super tough time or a losing matchup at all. There's just a couple pearls here that I want to highlight on how to handle the Talzin matchup, as well as how to handle Timely Vader and the blue-green villainy things One specific tool is like Keller and Beck is such a good anti-Power the Dark Side tool late game when they've cleared your board. You play Keller and Beck, that's their removal that they've hung on to. And then, you can just choose to kill when they play their Avenger or their Power of the Dark Side. You can just kill, something like your Maz Kanata or your Obi-Wan, and then you swing for 7, or play another Maz Kanata and swing for 9, things like that. So that's really good against blue-green villainy. But let's hop into these games, and then we'll kind of see how it goes. So they start out with a turn 1 Pershing. We do Adigalia, and then we go on to the next phase. I was a little bit worried about Power of the Dark Side. Still not terrible if that happens. But I think they do just turn 1, or action 1. They just draw with Dr. Pershing, which we do 2 to base and generate the Force. They respond with the Secretive Sage, so they've got 1 floating. I also play a 2-drop, the Anakin's Interceptor, floating 1. They claim. We play Force Throw, so we could have pinged the shield away. We could have, and I don't usually like to burn my Force Throw like right on turn 2, even though it is very, very powerful. I like to save that. That gives us that floating, ability. I mean, think about it. I mean, we're paying 1 to deal 2 damage to a unit and keep a card in our hand, essentially. So we can save that Force Throw for their leader flip or for a more impactful moment. But this time, it just felt right to play it since, pinging the shield or making Pershing a little bit weaker didn't feel like super strong. So we just went for it, and they did discard something. I don't actually see what it is, but they did discard something high enough to take Pershing out. So going to the next phase, we're feeling pretty good. They put 2 onto Adigalia, generate the Force, pop the shield. We play a Hu Yang, which makes our Adigalia a 4/6 with 2 damage on it, and that's a Jedi. They play Talzin's Assassin, and they take out our Anakin's Interceptor. So Adigalia, we just go 4 to base, generate the Force. We attacked with a Jedi unit, so that last little, that kind of paid off for us because we're able to take out the Secretive Sage and leave them with just 1 unit. So going into the next phase, again, feeling pretty good. They do put. Oh, that's right. They put 4 damage into the Adigalia, leaving the Hu Yang. So what we do is we attack with Hu Yang into base, so we can get our ping. They flip their Showcase Mother Talzin. We do use our ping action to put Mother Talzin down a tad. They play Dagoyan Master for some more card draw. We play Kiadi Mundi, and we also do card draw just a little bit better. They take out our Kiadi Mundi and go up to 5 damage. So we've got a 2/6 Kid Fisto, and we're able to take out their Talzin. So, they're trying to play control. I think that makes sense. But Kit just has the tools to kind of like be mid-rangey and like control them with his ping, as well as just some other really kind of unexpected tools that people just have a hard time playing around. So anyway, so we go into the next match. We've got 1 other Jedi on the field, so Kit's pretty weak. Again, they choose to take out Kit. He was only a 2/3 right there, and they use Fifth Brother to take him out. So, I mean, I guess they want to shut off the Force. I already do have the Force, so I don't know. Like, they're just afraid of him getting bigger, I guess. So they choose to take him out instead of the 2/4 Jedi. But they do that. Play Fifth Brother. We attack 2 to base. They clear with the Dagoyan Master. And then, so we've got the Force. Our response is a Gunji and a red 5. And that was our turn. So little clunky, not really what you want to see. but not terrible either. Red 5 is so good, especially in this deck because you're getting 4 damage with the on attack plus Kit's ability. So first thing they do, I think they play a Maul. So this is pretty brutal. So they play a Maul. They use the Force. They give, with the 8th brother ability, they give Maul 2/2, and then they take out Gunji and they overwhelm 4 to base. So that's pretty brutal. But we do respond with Red 5, attacking into base. They're at 13 damage on their base now, and we do 2 damage to Maul, so that next turn it can just attack and take out Maul before it can attack. So he goes 5 to base. We play Keller and Beck. And what do we find? We find an Obi-Wan, which is so good because that immediately comes in and has Sentinel. And I do believe they just claim, which is great because now I get to stick that unit. I prevented that damage. And, I think I can see where their head's at. I mean, because if they do 5th brother into Obi-Wan, I can claim and then just Red 5 and take out their 5th brother immediately, or their Maul immediately, and prevent my Kelleran. So I think the claiming was smart, but like that Obi-Wan just shows how strong that is because they're like, well, I better just claim, and then next turn it's not going to be a Sentinel until I say so. Just that flexibility is so good. The unexpected nature of that card. So here's the Timely Vader, which kills, so he's able to clear Obi-Wan and Kelleran, which sucks. And he played a Force unit, so he gets to use the Force and give Maul 2/2, which is terrible. But guys, Yoda, that's the card. That is the card, okay? We play Yoda. We use the Force. We heal 5 from our base. We deal 4 to Maul, which is staring down 9 damage at us, okay? So he's got a decent amount of damage. Now he puts 5 damage onto Yoda. We are able to clear... No, not clear the Dagonian Master. We just put some damage onto the Dagonian Master. He does clear the Yoda, leaving just a Red 5 and a Vader. So that could have gone way worse. I mean, he could have stolen the game there, but because of Yoda, we're back. We're doing better. We took out his huge 9-power Maul. I mean, it's pretty bomby, guys. And normally I have more units out to deal more damage, but luckily that was enough damage. So first thing, I just jam the Syndralic. And he puts a Craving Power onto the Vader. That's the best removal he's got. It's not enough to kill Syndralic because Syndralic is huge. So he takes that Red 5. I just start putting a ton of damage into base. And I think he plays, Power of the Dark Side onto Syndralic. And then he gets a bunch of damage into base with Vader. So we're back. Our board's clear. We've got 24 damage on their base. We've got a little bit of leeway because we were able to heal with Yoda, so we're at 11 damage on base. We play a U-Wing. And we find pretty much exactly what we need just to go wide and delay. So, we play I think here I'd rather play a 3/4 just for the damage on the base than a 2/5 with Force. So I do opt for that. Something in space is really good too, because we're about to get up to that 15 mark and go +4. But he plays Overwhelming Frickin' Barrage. And he's able to clear everything, deal a bunch of damage to Adigalia. Plays Kylo. He clears that. He's forced to. I mean, he's literally forced to because he played an event which puts another damage on his base. Now he's only 3 away from dying. But he clears that. And then we go into the last phase of the game where we are able to play another Yoda. We take out the what's his face? The Kylo. and yeah, pretty much he has to claim there because Yoda's staring down lethal. So we were able to take that game and still had plenty of cards to go around. We had Yoda's lightsaber to use the Force, strapping up Yoda's lightsaber on there. It's not in my current list, and I currently do have X1 Yoda in the list I'm working with right now. It's still kind of changing a lot, so make it your own. But I think there definitely are matchups where Yoda's lightsaber is better than Knight's saber. I just think that 2 health is very important. But another Yoda's lightsaber to heal against aggro, or for something for Yoda to use to trigger his, when you use the Force ability is super good. And then finally, Luminous Beings is just also a great card. So I hope that gives you guys kind of a good idea of, kit into. I hope that gives you guys a good idea of kit into some other matches. Thank you guys so much for the support, by the way. We gained a considerable amount of subscribers with that last video and the SWU song. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. I did also want to announce that the SWU song is on Spotify and Apple Music and pretty much every major streaming platform. So I'll link those down below. If you're a content creator, absolutely use those for your shorts. It's about a minute long, so it's the right length. If you like that kind of stuff, I'm proud of it. So yeah, let me know what kind of content you guys want to see more. I love making this kind of webcam deck discussion content. Love hearing your guys' thoughts. So yeah, keep it coming, and yeah, keep smiling, just like our good old boy Kit. All right, we'll see you on the next one.